It's January 1st, and with the transfer window open once again, we already have breaking news out of Bala town, where manager Aussie Villain has unveiled no fewer than 4 new signings as he looks to strengthen his squad ahead of an unlikely challenge for the Welsh title. In other news today, it has been announced that this version of Brexit will have no impact on football. Speaking earlier today outside of Parliament. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 5 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. Our bid to, we'll see how far we can go, but hopefully eventually win the Champions League with the club. And as you've just heard there, it's not deadline day, it's the transfer window's open and we have made signings. Now the first one we've done to basically be able to afford this is Lasana Mendez has left. He was on £400 a week. He's gone off to Spain. He's now making £1.3 thousand a week, which is surprising, let's say. Now, with those wages freed up, we've been able to bring in no fewer than 4 players. Let's have a quick look at him. Liam Edwards from Barrytown. Now, spoiler alert, I've stuffed up a little bit on this one. We actually can't play him because if we go and have a look here, he's third team for the season. I didn't realise that when I'd signed him. But what we have done is we've weakened Barry by taking him, which is, not a bad thing. Basically, we're looking at the new Venables, I guess, number 10. He can play on the right side as well. I think he's just a really, really good, solid player for this level. He's young, he's 20, he's on £200 a week. Potentially he can go all the way to a 5-star player. I really, really like him. I think he definitely makes us stronger. But as I said, we won't be able to see him until next season, unfortunately. And of course, the real disappointing part of that is that we're basically paying £200 a week on a player that we can't afford or we can't use, which is disappointing. Next up, it is Jake Nichols, who we've signed from Sefton Druids. Another young right back. Again, he's on £5 a week. And this guy but I think he could be really, really special. Look at this. Already 10 tackling. But look how many 9s in passing, marking, dribbling and crossing, vision, teamwork, positioning, and physically he's not too bad as well. Concentration's quite good as well as a 9. I think he could be a really, really good right back for us. So between him and Williams, I think we have, let's not say the future of Welsh right backs, but we have 2 very good young right backs, 19. And this guy counts as an under-19 player as well. He was born after the deadline for that. So we can have him on the bench constantly and not have to have that empty slot on the bench because we don't have enough under-19 players. Next up is Alder Neto from Bengal City. Again, another wide player. He can play on the left. He plays on the left. He plays on the right. Aldo Neto. But he could be he will be a really, really good player for us. He's not too bad getting physically, I should say. Crossing, dribbling, first touches there. He can pass the football. He's good off the ball. Flair's not too bad. Composure's good. I think it's depth in wide areas, and we've known that if Molyneux gets injured on the right side, that we really didn't have anybody else to play in an advanced role on the right. We do now. So he could be a very, very important player on both wings. So yeah, I'm really, really happy to get him. He's a little bit older than we were perhaps supposed to sign players for. And we did actually have to sign this guy on the transfer fee. £190 we paid for him, which, well, I'm not going to say it breaks the bank, but it's a lot of money. He's been ripping up the North League. Look at that. 6 goals, 10 assists in 17 games. So if he can keep that sort of form going, we'll be very, very happy. And the final guy here to unveil is Luke Bussenbrew from Cardiff Met Uni. A striker, and I know we have upgraded on our striker here. He's a good finisher, good dribbler, good first touch. He can take a penalty as well. Off the ball is decent. Composure is good. Physically, he's not too bad either. So a really, really good. He's English, which maybe in Wales isn't the best thing, but only on £55 a week as well, which is huge. And we can see that he's been doing okay so far in the Welsh League. He's proven 17 games, 9 goals. So yeah, I'm really, really hopeful that we've done a good job strengthening there. And basically, as I said, we fit those guys in on roughly the same money that Mendez was on. So we've definitely done okay. If we look at the finances, if we look at wages, we'll see that we're pretty much the same. I don't think it's quite updated fully, but we've done okay there. And what we've done in terms of wages as well is we've just basically taken everything out of the transfer budget because we're not really gonna sign anybody for money, are we? And just pumped it all into wages. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now, I did mention at the end of the news there, I didn't mention, the newscaster mentioned that the Brexit deal, it's basically, I think we can assume that this is not a conservative Brexit. as part of the negotiations, it's been agreed that there will be no changes in the current work permit system and no restrictions on EU players. So basically, as you were. Now, on January 1st this year, this does beg the question, has Football Manager predicted a Labour win in the election? Which reminds me, if it's before midnight on the 26th, if you're watching this today and you haven't registered to vote, go and do it. There we go, that's my public service announcement. Now, let's catch up what's happened since last episode. I should say we are playing Caernarfon or something before we play Barrytown in a top-of-the-table clash. But let's have a look how we got to here. We are playing, let's have a look at who we've been playing, I should say, starting with Aberystwyth Town. After a poor first half, we took the lead early in the second half, thanks to a cracking Henry Jones volley. But we were pegged back with 20 minutes to go from a corner. However, we secured the win 10 minutes from time when Spittle found Hayes, whose finish was clinical. And yes, I know, I nailed that pronunciation. This was a game that we were better in the second half than the first half. Jones and Mike Hayes with the goals. You can see we tried a different formation. I tried sort of a Christmas tree formation. It didn't really work, if I'm honest. I was hoping Venables and Jones in behind Hayes, sort of two number 10s, might do something for us. But, I mean, you don't want to ditch something after. I mean, finishing, look at that. 16 shots, 2 on target. So that tells a story. But it was bottom of the table. We got the 3 points. That's what matters. Next up, we played Gap Caernarfon. We got the only goal midway through the first half, when Molyneux picked out the run of Jones, who pulled it back for Hayes to finish, a great team move. This was a poor game, to be honest. We took an early lead, Mike Hayes again, banging in the goals. It's a shame to drop him, really, isn't it, with this new guy coming in. They did go down to 10 men relatively early, and that was it. Each team had a single shot on goal. It was not good. It really wasn't good. Next up, we played Caernarfon. We fell behind in the first half after falling asleep from a set piece. Molyneux drew us level with 15 to go when Grosset picked him out with a free kick. And we completed the turnaround a few minutes later when Jones again found Molyneux at the back post. So we worked hard for that one, but a second half comeback and we did get the win, and it was an important win. Lee Molyneux with the double late on in the game there. Like I say, we had to work hard for it. It was good, though, to get 2 late goals and yeah, a good result all round, I'd say there. So have a quick look at what all that means for the league table. And we will see that we are top. We have a game in hand against Caernarfon here, this first game today. But we're a point clear. So if we win that, obviously we'll go 4 points clear. As things stand now, the worst case scenario is we are 8 points clear of the New Saints. Yeah, so they're still coming. They have dropped a few points since we played them last. They smashed us. They actually drew away to Pennybont, which is a poor result for them, I would imagine. So that undid some of the damage of that game. But it's big. It's big. It really, really is. Now let's have a quick look. One other thing to catch you up on. There was a lot that happened since last episode. If we go to Development Centre, we've got our youth candidate preview here, and I've got to say, it looks promising. There are a healthy number of new fullbacks in the pipeline. One of our defensive midfielders has the potential to go far. There's an attacking midfielder we should keep a very close eye on. We have 2 forwards that are considered to be fine prospects. We have one good young Welsh attacking midfielder from Bala who has caught the eye, and this is the one that makes me excited. This is a terrific group of players coming through, and it has the potential to be a real golden generation for the club. That has me excited, so let's hope that actually comes to fruition for us and we do end up with a golden generation of youngsters, because that would really, really help us as we look to move forward here, wouldn't it? Now, this is what we're up against here, against Caernarfon. Caernarfon? Anyway, one other thing I'll just tell you in just a second. You can see we are the favourites for this one. We did beat them last time out, so we've got back-to-back games here against them. They're a balanced, direct playing style. Sean Adley is the manager. We can see the way they're lining up here. We're expecting the same again. This is basically how we played them a few days ago. We can see the heat map there. Very, very rigid, though they do get their wing-backs forward. Key passes there, or passing network, and the key passes. And this is the team that we're looking to send out. Now, unfortunately for us, this is a Wednesday game. A lot of the league played yesterday, which means a lot of the new boys, you can see here, they're not really matched. They're tired because they played yesterday. So that is annoying, but you know, we might try and bring them off the bench here if we can. Where is our... Oh, still going to be a goalkeeper. Oh, we've lost our other goalkeeper, have we? We've only got one. Can I call up... Where's the under-19s? We need a young goalkeeper on the bench. Oh, the game is screwing with me here. So we're going to have to take off Who are we going to take off here? We'll take off Leslie because we don't really need him because we're going to have a backup keeper on the bench, aren't we? So there we go. So that's annoying. We're still going to be a man short on the bench. So yeah, we're going to go with the same team here. So it's going to be Preston in goal. Now, Preston has signed a new contract at the club. Slightly more money, an extra £10 a week to be the first choice goalkeeper. So he's here for this season and obviously next season as well. Horwood, Jones, Spittle, and you'll notice there are no nonsense centre-backs now. And Williams, our young right-back, who has also, we've triggered the extension, so he has another year now on his £5 a week. So that's good news for us as well. It's Vieira and Gosset in midfield. It's Molyneux, Venables and Jones in behind Hayes. As I said, we have some of the new boys on the bench. We'll try and give Neto a run out because he is relatively fit. The other two, we'll see how we go here. But it's a new era at Bala Town. We've got some new boys on the bench. Can we get a big 3 points here? So here we go. Everybody is lining up as expected. So that's a good thing. You may have noticed too, we're playing Venables as a shadow striker, and it seems to be suiting him a little bit better. Mullins says encourage the players, give them a bit of a morale boost here. We've been on a good run lately, boys. Go out there and impress me. I've got faith in you all. And let's go. And let's see how we can do here. Now, this is a really important game for us because we know that Barrytown gave us a bit of a touch-up when we played at their place. Now, yes, this next game is at home for us. But ideally, what we want to do is win this game. So even if we were to lose to Barrytown, we would still be a point clear. Obviously, we're a point clear now. If we were to win this, which is, we haven't got off to the best start there, 20 seconds in. If we were to win this, we'd go 4 points clear, and that's how we would still obviously be a point clear should we happen to lose to Barrytown. And obviously, we would be 11 points clear of TNS if we were to win this. And again, it just keeps padding that lead for us. I did not expect to be in a title challenge this season. I was hoping that we might prove to be best of the rest. Now, obviously, with TNS struggling, what we want to try and do here, that's the second time they've kind of got in behind us there. It's not the best defending, and we've just about got away with that. Let's maybe close these lines up. Let's try that. What we want to try and do, if we were to win the league, not only do we then go into Champions League qualifying, and there is a little bit of money involved, well, big money for us at this level involved in that, but it then denies TNS that money as well, which means that they're sort of going to struggle more and more. You know, if we get the benefit of getting the money, is that a penalty? No, it's not. But they also have the disadvantage of not getting the money, which will obviously hurt them and make them sort of sell players and whatnot. So there's a big advantage for us if we can manage. And who's got injured there? Molyneux. Well, luckily we have Neto on the bench now. He's held on just long enough there for us to avoiding injury till we could get Neto on. So there's no pressure on you today, mate. Just go out there, have a good solid debut, show us what you're all about, and yeah, that's hopefully not too serious for Molyneux though, because he has been a big player for us. Let's give this a demand more. See if we can get anything going here. So far, not much, is there? Here we go. Williams with the throw. Gosset. There it is down the line. Can Williams get a cross in? He can. It's decent, but it's hacked away. And are we going to find ourselves on the end of a highlight here? It's a good tackle from Spittle. That's the first time we've seen him make something worthwhile in terms of defence, isn't it? For a long time. Neto for Jones, for Venables. He looks out there for the overlapping Horwood. Can he get across into the box? He looks for Jones. Does he know? He goes back in. Gosset, first time for Venables. Venables! Oh, what a strike from Chris Venables! Right on the stroke of half-time. He's third of the year, and that's a stunner. It's an absolute stunner from Venables. Excellent stuff. We'll tell him to concentrate coming into the break here. That good tackle from Spittle kind of set it all up for us, didn't it? It's a good first-time ball laid off there from Gosset as well. And Venables takes a look up and picks out the top corner. Go on, boys. What a time to score, and what a goal it was as well. Excellent stuff. Now, we did tell him to concentrate. We're in first half stoppage time here, and are we going to go and undo all that good work there? Get that away. Oh. Just perhaps ever so slightly lucky there. And that is half-time. It's the only shot on goal in the game so far, and it's found its way in. We've dominated the game. It's not been a classic. Things that are going well, you're capable of better. Can we do that assertively? Venables, not Venables. Williams here is not having a good day. A 6.1. So let's hope we can get a little bit more out of him. Gosset playing a 6-7 despite that assist. I mean, it wasn't a bit of a steal of an assist, wasn't it, to be honest? we're not getting much of a reaction from these players here either, are we? Which is not ideal. I don't think we want to change too much. I mean, I wouldn't say we're playing well, but are we doing just enough? We've got to work here to do now, defending the set piece. Oh, and what a pain in the backside that is. 5 minutes into the second half, and we've lost our lead. Let's maybe look to exploit the flanks. There was a lot of room in wide areas there for that goal, wasn't there? So let's try that. Decent ball in. It's a good header. You think maybe we should have done a little bit better there. Williams is having an absolute nightmare, so we're going to give our other right back a debut. Yeah, there's no point leaving him out there. I'm looking at Henry Jones, and he's not having a great game out there either, is he? Come on, boys, let's show some passion here. We don't deserve to not win this game, really, but we're not really doing enough right now. Again, we've got nervous, apprehensive players, and I don't understand why we're doing that. Is it a lack of leadership on the field, perhaps? All right, let's bring on the new boy. See if he can get himself a nice early goal here for us. We'll play him as a poacher. Let's just get Jones going as a winger, perhaps. Yeah, let's try that. And let's get Vieira going as an advanced playmaker. Let's get him forward. We could leave ourselves a little bit exposed here, but we've got to try and win this game, don't we? Oh, are we going to just let everything slip away? Now, this is in stoppage time. What we don't want to do is lose it in stoppage time, because that would be infuriating. Come on, boys. Go and close him down. Jesus. Come on. Is there anything? No, there's not. It's a 1-1 draw. Well, Venables' super strike deserved to win the game. We've clocked off from a set piece. And again, the match ratings aren't great. I'm not sure how to get the best out of this team. We're getting results, which is good. The poor thing is that we seem to be struggling from time to time. So mentally, yeah, we were in front. We shouldn't, and it's 3 to 4 weeks for Molyneux. That's not ideal. We seem to, even if we're in front, behind, it doesn't seem to matter. We seem to be a little bit just nervous and apprehensive. And yeah, I wonder if it is just a problem with maybe leadership on the field. But we've got 3 debuts out of the way there. Nichols, Bussambrew, and Neto. So that's a positive. Guys, wait right there. We're at home to Barrytown next. We need to be better, though. Okay, welcome back. Now we do have a little bit more movement in the transfer window. Sean Smith has left the club, off to join Chester. I think he was on about £300 or so a week, so it's more money off the wage bill. And the reason that I've let him go, we know we have Valentine and Horwood for this season, but we also now have Jack Kelly coming in next season. That's confirmed. £180 a week you can see there, which is obviously a lot less, and I think he's a better player. Our scouts really like him, though. You know, our scouts, let's face it, aren't the best, so we take it with, for what it's worth. But there's a lot to like about him. I think he can put a good cross in. He's not too bad physically. He's not too bad mentally. He's got most of the key defensive stats there as well. We're signing him from Newtown, who's already playing in the league. He's not doing too badly. Played a lot of his career there in England, though. So that's sort of 2 things that are done, one now, and Jack will be coming in ready for next season, hopefully, for a bid in the Champions League. And the other thing that's happened is the board have given us 55 grand as a cash injection. So that all helps the finances, get us back up closer to 0. The wages, you can see that they should be continuing to go down now, because we've obviously got him off the wage book, Smith. We're still looking to get a few others out as well. And then if we can get some others out, sort of some other relatively high earners, the likes of, to give you an idea here, who we're looking to get rid of, Burns, who we've got bids in for here. So hopefully now we've got the young right backs in, he'll leave. That'll save us another £300 a week. He's decent, but he's not the future, is he? And the other one we're trying to get out is Robles. We're having a little bit more difficult time. He's on £400 a week, and I just don't think... he's already our 3rd best striker, and he's the highest paid one. So, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens with that. But this is now all about Bala Town and our game against... I was talking about Bala Town, and a game against Barrytown was what I was trying to say there. Now, we know we got smashed against them last time. But we are the favourites for this one. It's first versus second. New Saints have won again. They're back to within 6 points of us. Oh, they're coming, aren't they? It's like a bad nightmare where you're running down an alley and there's something chasing you and they're slowly gaining on you and you can't get away. That is the new Saints right now. We've got to get consistency, don't we? Gavin Chesterfield is their manager. Let's have a quick look at him. He's decent, isn't he? Let's face it, he's decent. He's been there for 7 years. They're an adventurous, standard playing style. This is how they did last time. You'll notice Luke Bassenbrew scored the goal against them last time. Took the lead for Cardiff Met Uni, but they did come back. Could he get a goal again today? He's match fatigued, so probably not. This is how we're expecting them to play. Their positional heat map there. Their passing network and their key passes from that game as well. And this is the team that we are sending out. Now, as I say, we do have some match fatigue players. A lot of the new guys are still match fatigued because basically they played a game, came into us, and then most of them came off the bench anyway as well. So we're kind of stuck with the old boys. We're going to stick Morris back in. He's a team leader. If we look at the dynamics here, he's a team leader. So I'm wondering if some of the nervousness that we get, apprehension, is not having a team leader. So having him there, I'm hoping, might make a difference. Hallwood, Stuart Jones, Spittle and Williams, it's all the same at the back there. Williams needs to improve from his last game though. You'll notice we're being a little bit more cautious up against Barrytown. So now Romario Vieira goes to the deep line playmaker in a DM role. Venables and Gosset in midfield. Neto gets his first start for the club with Henry Jones, playing him as a winger this time, just trying to get some proper width in. I'm hoping with Neto as an inside winger, Gosset as a Mezzella, they'll kind of, he'll drift out, he'll drift in, and that'll kind of work for us. Hayes continues up top. Come on, boys, come on. I don't want to say this is season defining because the league must split or something in a few games' time here. But if we lose this, we fall behind. Barry have won. Let's do our best to deny them here. Let's go with that. If we fall behind them and TNS keep coming up the rails like they are, we could find ourselves in third spot at the end of the season. And I feel like that'd be disappointing at this point. So Williams on a very, very early booking. That's not ideal. Come on, boys. Let's get creative here. I would probably take a draw now, to be fair, just having seen what they did to us last time out. But at home, again, you'd like to think we could maybe get a win. But, yeah, it's going to be tough. It looks like it's going to be a Barry highlight here. Can we get a tackle in? Can we stop the cross? No, it cuts in. Header. Oh, back post, and we're 1-0 down again. And it's just not going our way right now, is it? Maybe we need a team meeting. Yeah, I mean, the problem, again, it's not something that I'm used to. I haven't played very often I don't think I've played it for a very long time as a semi-pro team. So the training I'm finding it really difficult not being able to do the training to fix problems, basically. So, at some point here, we may need to go more attacking. What can we do? Let's take it off, be more disciplined. Let's raise the tempo a little bit. Let's take it off, work ball into the box. Let's try that and see what happens. Hallwood with a throw right up our end. Romario Vieira is there. Ball in. Neto's there. Oh, sticks it just past the post. That would have been good. This other thing is this anxiousness that we're getting. I don't really know how to fix that either. That's becoming a problem. Yeah, here we go. I thought we were going to get in there, and instead we find ourselves on the back foot again. We might need to get stuck in here, I think. We're looking quite poor. Speaking of looking poor, that was not a good shot, was it? All right, let's get stuck in. Let's counter press. Let's just try and put some pressure on them. Come on, boys. What is this? What is this nerves and anxiousness? Come on. Ashley Morris did also come to us and say he wants more football, which is quite another reason why I thought we'll throw him in. He's leaving at the end of the season. Oh, it's a massive save from the keeper. What a save that is. It's Gordon Banks-esque. How have we not drawn it up there? I don't know who it was that got the header, but it was a bullet. And somehow Ratcliffe has kept it out. And I'd say we're a little bit unlucky to be coming in at level here. That was an absolute rocket of a header. What do we say? It was disappointing. All right, let's expect more second half. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm thinking we'll try a team meeting. Do we change the formation again, perhaps? Do we go back to how we were playing earlier on in the year? Sort of the again! Has the keeper saved that, or was it the crossbar? Come on, boys, get creative here. We're looking okay. Now we did work on defending free kicks after... Does that hit the post? Jesus. Yeah, we worked on defending free kicks after conceding from a free kick last time out. Defensively, we look an absolute shambles, don't we? We look an absolute shambles. Let's try them as regular centre-backs again, because it's not really working as non-centre-backs. Let's get these full-backs forward. Jake Nichols is match fatigued, so I really don't want to bring him on here. The only other thing I can think of doing is pushing Venables forward. We'll wait and see. What is with the nerves? What? Is it something I've said? There we go. There's a decent pass. Venables in early for Hayes. All right, come on, mate. Please, I beg of you. Come on, Hayes. Come on, Hayes. And it's not the best finish. We come back for another highlight. Can we win this ball, please? We do. Hayes nods it down for Neto. Neto, he throws it through there for Jones. Jones! Oh! Henry Jones! What a strike! Gets us back level. It's 1-1. And that one didn't look like a nervous player, did it? That was really, really good. Neto won the ball from the goal kick. Well, it wasn't the best goal kick, let's face it. He's won it. Oh, no, it was Hayes. Knocked it down for Neto, and Neto just threads through a pass wonderfully for Jones. Jones, one touch, and then absolutely buries it. What a goal from Henry Jones. It's 1-1, and we are back. We're back in this game. We're back in this title fight. Come on, boys. I'm wondering if we should maybe even look to praise them here. Let's try it. See it. We'll wait for after this highlight. I wonder if that will just help settle things down a little bit more. Vieira on a booking in there makes me slightly nervous. We've got a flick on there from Venables. Hayes gets onto it. Can Hayes do it? He's got a little bit more time this time, and he does stick it away, and we've turned it around. We've turned it around in the second half. We're 2-1 up. And just like that, we will give them some praise. And not only are we back in this title race, dare I say favourites. A nice little flick on there from Venables. It's a wonderful run from Hayes, and he has stuck it away. Go on, boys. It's 2-1. What a second half this is looking now. Can we keep this going? That is the big question, isn't it? We do have quite a few bookings, and we do have Get Stuck In on, which is a little bit concerning. Oh, what do we do? Let's demand more. It's Spittle over a free kick now. The changes that we've made, touch wood, seem to have worked. Is that a sending off? It is a sending off. It's all changed. The game is spun on its head. Oh, I'm a tactical genius. Those changes, they really have changed the game, haven't they? We're 5 minutes away. We're up against 10 men, and we're looking good. I need to make a mental note. How are we playing here? We're counter-pressing. We've raised the tempo. We've taken that off. All right. We need to play like this more often, don't we? We've looked a different team. Now let's start and just close it down a little bit here. We'll keep most things the same. We'll just try and slow things down a bit. Yeah, and we might just go back to defensive. Can we see this out, please, boys? Gosset over a free kick. It's back post. It's headed away. Neto is there. Can he get a second ball in? Just waste time at the corner flag. That's fine. He goes back for Jones, retreating the centre-back. In there for another Jones. Jones to Jones. Joel! That would have been goal of the season, but it's tipped around the post. No, it hit the post, and it's all over, and that is a huge 3 points. Look at that. That second half performance from the team. Go on, Bala. The Lakesiders absolutely exploded second half. I'm gonna be passionate. What a comeback, boys. What a comeback. I wouldn't say we were in control, but we were certainly a million times better that second half. And that goal from Jones to get us going. Well done to him. £750 he's on a week. I don't know if we can keep him, but he's a really, really good player for us, especially if we can get an actual winger in and we can play him as a more natural in the midfield. Then he could be proved to be a very, very valuable player for us. Now, that is the end of the episode. Look at that. We've got a 5-point gap over Barrytown, and we've kept that 9-point gap to the New Saints. Oh, this is... Now I'm excited for this season. Now, I don't know how the competition works from here. We do have a split coming up in just a little while here. So there's a champions thing. Let's have a look here. General competition rules, playoff. I'll be honest, I don't know what's happened. The league splits in two at 22 games. Okay, so it's a top half, bottom half situation. We've played 21 games. So I don't know what we'll be back for. next time. We will come back. We have the Welsh fourth round. We saw last time out we should be able to beat lower league teams without any problem. What we'll do is we'll come back for this after the split when we play either Barry or the New Saints, because I think that's where the season's at right now, isn't it? So we'll come back for one of those two whenever we play them next. That'll be next episode, guys. Until then, Open Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, could we be champions? Take care.